It's time to feature the best and worst performing P2P lending platforms in July. By the end of this video, you will know which platforms have the best portfolio quality and which don't share performance-oriented data with investors. Understanding how the platform's portfolio performs is crucial as it impacts your return and liquidity. Not having access to this information increases the risk of your investments. In this table, you can see the portfolio quality as of July. Last month was particularly quiet. Still, we had a few events worth mentioning. Mintos and Peerberry report the highest portfolio under management. Mintos reported last month that its lending partner Quiku had converted its debt to investors into a non-interest-bearing bond in rubles with a maturity in 2026 without Mintos' consent. The owners and management of Quiku have taken steps that don't represent anything close to normal way of doing business, as Quiku has tried to remove the pledges on its portfolio for the funded loans on Mintos by approaching the notary. Bonster reported the same news, claiming Quiku stopped responding to requests. It's unclear how much money Quiku owns investors on Mintos, Bonster and its own platform Quiku Finance. Still, this case will likely end in court, potentially leading to significant losses for investors. On Estate Guru, the default rate slightly decreased, which could mean good news for investors. Although Estate Guru did not recover much from its bad portfolio, it's a sign that the defaults are stabilizing. Peerberry, on the other hand, keeps repaying war-affected loans. The platform decreased its loans in recovery to just 8% in July. The best performing platforms publicly sharing their portfolio performance are Robocash, Esketit, Inrento and Crowdpeer, followed by Lande and the Income Marketplace. Robocash and Esketit have the largest portfolio under management, but due to the low loan availability, it's challenging for investors to deploy more significant amounts of money. Inrento, Crowdpeer, Lande and Income, on the other hand, keep growing their portfolio, meaning investors aren't facing any cash drag. Some of the statistical data from listed platforms can be retrieved only from the platform's latest blog post, as is the case with Twino and Bondora. Those blog posts are typically not always up to date. Considering the platforms are managing millions, it's sad that they cannot even provide user-friendly statistics with critical metrics for investors, so we can evaluate the risk on our own. Some platforms such as Lender Market or even Fi don't update their statistics regularly. Reinvest24 also did not release any update on delayed loans from Moldova, which has been an issue for the better part of this year. Instead, the platform announced the expansion to the UK, which seems more of a distraction from key problems that the platform is experiencing with its shareholder and borrower Kherson. The list of platforms that don't share decent performance-oriented data remains more or less the same. Bonster shares some updates about its non-performing portfolio every 2 months, with mostly no positive news. Lately, the platform shared the outstanding portfolio amount with RappiCredit for the first time. The lender has not honored its promise to repay the money it borrowed from investors and extended the repayment period once again until October. Debitum has published information about the outstanding portfolio amount, misleading investors with a 0% default rate and claiming their lenders are just late in repaying the debt. This type of approach to statistics just shows the incompetence of the management to treat investors with respect. Treating investors as dump money seems to be still the preference of selected P2P lending sites. As you can see, there has not been much development in the P2P lending space in July. The platforms that perform well protect investors' interest, and others continue following their own agenda. It's also worth noting that the percentage of funds in recovery relates to the portfolio change on a particular platform. If a platform increases its portfolio size in a given month, it can appear that the company lowered its funds in recovery. This is why you should also monitor the absolute numbers to get additional insights into the portfolio performance. For more granular information, reach out directly to the affected platform. So that's been a brief update from the industry. If you don't want to gamble your money away, there is not much to choose from. Many top-rated platforms struggle with cash drag, so you must explore alternatives to get your funds invested. If you appreciate this update, hit the like button and subscribe to not miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.